Awesome.
I cleaned all of my brushes. I'm ready to make them dirty again.
Mm-hmm. It's been a very organizing day for some reason.
I think that I have finally come down to, I think my two favorite brushes in the whole world are a Rosemary & Co. Synthetic Series 313, size 2 and 3. I do most of my work with these.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wish I could buy about 100 pack of this Walmart Jenny Q size 3. This is not a bad brush, but yeah, I abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So that if I could have only those brushes, I think I'd be just fine. And then a couple of weird stuff, like a size 9 for getting that dry brushing done. Lucky bat, hoi hoi honk. Bretta sup. Lucky bat, she's looking great. Kick the bandit, dislike, and enjoying the colors. Take the hun, howdy.
Look at all those howdies.
Mm-hmm. You know what though? I'm gonna try to look to see. I wonder if the Series 313 has been discontinued because it's my favorite.
Oh yeah, definitely has.
It's like, oh, we have everything ever except for that. That's been we no longer sell that. The day you placed the order was the last. You got the last ones.
Exactly. That would just make sense.
I think they're synthetic, right? They are. Yeah, they're synthetic. But I mean, I've been going hard on them for like 2 years, and they still have nice points.
I got a nice point over here for you.
Yeah. Joe Draco's
You know what that means.
present.
Did you see that Bo Burnham was nominated 6 times
Wow.
at the Emmys?
I didn't even know
like
the Emmys were
everything.
happening.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah, like best director, best editor. The comedy song was nominated. There's
Nice.
a best variety show or variety recorded, whatever the hell.
Yeah, like how do you even figure out what his show is?
But I guarantee he doesn't win anything. Because he's going against Dave Chappelle and like people like that.
That's true. It's
So
a weird category.
Yeah.
Did you see that Midwinter Minis shouted us out on Twitter, or not on Twitter, on Instagram?
Did he really?
He did our road base.
Wow, I didn't see that. Well, I see Midwestern Miniatures.
Oh
shouted us
no!
out.
Have I been bamboozled? Maybe I need to read better.
You know what? Because I saw that pop up too.
Yeah.
And I thought it was midwinter, but it's Midwestern Miniatures.
We should
Is that
start a
hilarious?
channel called Mid-Pacific Miniatures.
Yeah.
Mid-October Miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
We only publish in October.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken Nugs, what up, nerds?
How rude.
Renji Irvin. Heidi? Do you guys play Age of Sigmar? Not yet, but pretty soon.
Pretty soon. I mean, we could play it right now.
That's true. Well,
we could end the stream and go and play it.
it'd take about 8 hours because I haven't read a single rule.
Yep.
Have to have a couple, like 2 different YouTube videos queued up playing simultaneously, explaining how to do it.
Exactly.
Are there 3rd edition videos out yet? There must be. Good ones? Probably not, but...
Probably not, but we'll have to see.
Joe Draco has finished my painting crusade yesterday. Today I started a new one. It's twice as big. What have I done? Akinoki known as Bo Burnham, more like Art Artman.
Exactly.
Chicken Nug, so at Eon's Battle, what would be the price for one to sway you to paint some squats? I mean, if you want to buy the Forge World Necromunda squats and send them our way, they'd go right on the list. They're pretty sweet. If I have to do the legwork and procure them, probably a hundo.
Hundo.
ZWQ, hello!
Squat, 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 squats. That's their theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Comic Wolf, hey guys.
Hi. Did with Bo Burnham, did the internet song do anything?
No.
That's interesting, because it's clearly the best one.
Isn't that insane that
Yeah.
they chose the comedy one versus that one?
Yeah, it is interesting.
Blows
I mean, the
my
comedy
mind.
one is good, but obviously
Yeah.
it's not the winner.
All of them are good,
Mhm.
but yeah, not if we were comparing,
I
obviously
wonder-
the internet song's better.
I wonder though if the internet song is too call-outy, like it's
Could be.
too dark.
That's the word on the street is that because the comedy song is slightly more woke, that's the reason why I got picked.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows?
Sarah Kitty, I finally pulled the trigger on my first real models. No more watching videos and never painting my own. I'm getting some orcs.
Yeah,
Neat.
it's a good time to get into orcs.
It is.
They're doing big things over there in Orklandia or whatever the hell.
I mean, orcs are getting a huge refresh in both 40k and Age of Sigmar.
That's very true.
It'd be really funny if they also came out with new Lord of the Rings orcs. That's okay. No one plays Lord of the Rings. They don't need new stuff.
Yeah. It'd be hilarious though that even though nobody plays it, people would still be pissed if it gets discontinued.
People would lose their minds.
How dare you discontinue a game I've never played?
Like Uncle Adam
That's what
says,
it sound
though.
like.
You can't, unless you go to everyone's house and steal their models and books, you can never discontinue a war game. Or, well, you can. You can stop supporting a war game. But people can never, if you can get some people to play it with you, you can play it. It's not as much fun, because you can't be like, oh, that was a great game. I'm going to go watch a YouTube video when I get home about how I can do a better job. I guess you probably could still do that too, actually, depending on when it got discontinued. If it's a game from, like, pre, 2005, you can't.
Yeah. I mean, at one point we had a video on 7th edition vehicle rules.
We
So,
did.
if anyone needs that video, we have it saved.
Yeah.
And, God, that video is hilarious. That's the one where you're with the teddy bear. You're with the teddy bear lamp. And you're seriously reading the book?
Yes. Next to a teddy bear lamp.
It's a teddy bear lamp.
Oh my god, I gotta rewatch that video.
You can't. It's not on our channel.
Oh
anymore.
no!
Yep. It's. I have it saved though.
Good. Oh yeah, that's gonna.
But yeah, that's unfortunate. Honestly, I should send that to Michael Spitz for him to review it.
Yes.
He's reviewing our old videos. Because Jesus Christ, that is wild.
We've been making videos
wild
for a
game.
very long. I mean, we were making videos even before we were making videos for painting and modeling and 40k.
Exactly.
Those no one will ever see.
No.
Maybe the patrons like one of them.
Yeah.
Probably not still.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is we would have to rewatch them, and I don't know if I could.
I don't. Yeah, they're also they're pretty offensive.
I mean, visually,
They are.
visually pretty offensive.
Joe Draco. So I'm working on a Marauder Destroyer. Don't ask where it came from, and I'm trying to figure out what the best material to make a missile contrail would be. I'm thinking cotton balls. You know what I've seen people do to good effect? If you get tree. I have a bag of it. I wish it was next to me. It's like full. It's meant to be like trees. It's just foam that's been dyed green.
Like
clump foliage. People take a wire and they string them together like popcorn strands, and then they spray paint it black, and that looks pretty darn good.
Interesting.
Yeah, clump foliage is just green foam.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really soft foam. It's kind of like makeup brush foam.
Mm-hmm.
ZNBQ, Lord of the Rings orcs for Orktober disappoint everyone. I assume a lot of the orc stuff will become available to order in October.
I bet. Well, the new orcs, the beast snaggers or whatever, his pre-order is on Saturday. Like this Saturday. So I don't think they care about October.
Okay. The only thing I care really about with the beast snaggers is the rider boys.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
But even then, I don't know if they'll go into my army because of all my bikes.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't make sense. Although I love options, and I love that if someone doesn't want to go bikes, they can go squig hogs.
Mm-hmm.
If someone doesn't want to go buggy, they can go defcopta.
Exactly. Joe Dracos might work, might be too clumpy. Who knows?
ZNBQ, my phone isn't good with live, so have a good night, everyone. Good night, ZNBQ.
Good night. We'll miss
Wait,
you.
ZNBQ, before you go, thoughts on Kill Team 2? You're the resident Kill Team scholar.
That's true. I mean, we don't really know anything.
No.
All I know is Games Workshop better send us one.
Oh my god, they should send us a few.
Mm-hmm. Chicken nugs. I'm gonna look into these Forge World squats.
They're for Necromunda. Joe Dragos with a missile contrail. I want the impression of high speed. Well, then you need the anime motion lines.
Exactly.
So get some black construction paper and cut them into little long triangles, and then glue those to the missile.
Exactly.
And then take a picture of it, and then turn on the anime filter.
Yeah.
ZNBQ. I mean, I'm curious.
Me too.
I think I'm excited for Kill Team 2.0. I think there's plenty of room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Or they might ruin it, although I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
And it doesn't seem like Kill Team was a masterpiece. It's a fun game.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Games Workshop has never made a masterpiece.
No. Masterpiece was whatever edition is their favorite.
Oh. Yeah, 3rd edition. When the game was good.
Mm-hmm. ZNBQ, I'm not a fan of specialized measuring widgets.
Well, then you'll hate X-Wing.
Oh, but X-Wing is so good!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will take... I'm okay with the measuring widgets, as long as it's not ridiculous. Like, if it's...
It'll be ridiculous, alright.
But, like, if it's just to measure, like, if there's, like, 3 positions to measure, then that's perfectly fine. If it's, like, here's basically a tape measure, but not a tape measure, that'll be frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very interested. Especially, didn't someone say that they're not going to have distance? Like, you're not going to have to measure distance to shoot at something as long as you can see it?
Yeah, I think someone said that.
I'm definitely down for. Because what I wanted them to do was cut every range in half for guns, but I think that's almost better.
Yeah.
Because almost everything could shoot anything and all of the time anyway.
Right. And I'm sure that's what they assumed.
Mm-hmm. Although I wonder if there's going to be a special rule for, like, melta guns and flamethrowers. Because those are supposed to be, like, very close range. And so it'll be weird if you can flamethrower someone from the other side of the game board.
I think that'd be fine.
Orcs just absolutely dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Internet man. Technically, it's Kill Team 3.0. That's true. There was an old Kill Team. Joe Draco's anime equals big nope. Aaron Ferguson. Idea, use springs from ballpoint pens as razor wire for the Kriegsmen. Interesting. I know Army Painter makes a pretty good razor wire that it's not sharp, which is very nice. It's a it's a wire with a thinner wire coiled around it, and it actually looks the part, but it's not gonna like catch on stuff or be, you know, dangerous. I know some companies make nice. Etched brass barbed wire that is actually pretty dangerous.
Wow.
Chicken Nugs. Actually, everything Games Workshop makes is a masterpiece with no faults whatsoever. I thought you guys were both shills and not normies. Quote attributed to Gandhi. I thought that was Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
Check your facts, Chicken Nugs.
Yeah, always get those two confused.
Yeah.
Very similar quotes for some reason.
Joe Draco's 3rd edition 40k was good and bad because that's where I got Eldar trauma. Thanks a lot, Gav Thor. It came out in 2016, and the 2nd edition Kill Team came out in 2018. Oh, yeah, there was another game. It wasn't called Kill Team. It was called something else, and it had scouts and orcs in the starter box. God, what was that game called? That was the spiritual first Kill Team.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac Strong, you only measured distances for pistols and flamethrowers or something. It'd be hilarious if they used the flamer template, like the old one.
Oh,
that'd be great.
Gracious.
You know, the templates worked really good in games that were smaller.
That's true.
Are we still streaming?
I just had to refresh.
Oh, uh-oh.
So, I don't know.
YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth.
Yeah, now I see you seem to be choppy.
Mm-hmm. No, it just seems like it's dropped quality a little. Oh, you know, a little bit of a lot.
Now it seems like you're back.
Interesting. ZNBQ, I'll probably buy the book and then the Death Corpse when they are in their own box. Yeah. Ominous Mecha. Yesterday I found an entire metal Kroot Rider mini in my local shop Bits donation bin. So I assume I assembled him last night and primed him this morning. Fun.
Adorable. Chicken nugs, extreme bee dipping like veggies and ranch dipping. Exactly. Although we look like we're fine now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yep. Yeah.
Dr. Jacobs, Jay, did you get my Instagram message about the euphonium on a Madison Craigslist post? I did see that. It's unfortunately not the right euphonium. The one used in the film was a 4 trigger, and it was a more modern design. Which means my odds of getting one are fairly low, but maybe one day if I'm a millionaire I can just get it.
Yeah, you can just buy the exact one.
And then just rip its guts out.
Or you can learn to play the euphonium. Maybe you buy the euphonium, learn how to play it, get so good that you can make enough money to buy another one.
Kyle Transu, if this quality continues, I might like the video. Joe Dracos, I hate Gav Thorpe as a writer because of what he did with the Eldar 3rd edition codex, and I think he was credited with the 3rd edition Nid codex too, so I can thank him for that very sarcastically. Interesting. Has he written a bunch of novels? I feel like I've heard his name pop up in maybe some of the books I've read.
I just assumed that was an alien name.
I
mean, that doesn't sound like a real name.
Mm-hmm.
You kidding me?
Yeah, right, Matt Ward. I mean, come on. Who are you trying to kid?
Mm-hmm.
Andy Crimson. Hi, folks. Did you all know in the universe of Spider-Ham that the comics, all of the characters are different animals? So Doctor Doom is a duck, Wolverine is a cat, and the Hulk is a rabbit. That's fun. The Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was probably the best Spider-Man movie, if not the best comic book movie ever made. It's so, so good. Michael says, Jay, visit Music and Arts and ask if they have broken euphoniums. If not, there's always middle school bands. It can't hurt to ask. That is true, although it would take a lot of time.
Middle school bands don't have 4-trigger euphoniums.
No, yeah, they don't. JJ goes, yes, he writes now. He's a novel writer now, but he started out with the codexes. That word sucks too. You know what though? He even though he supposedly ruins the Grey Knights and the Ultramarines, I feel like they've both, because of that little bump in popularity, I feel like they've both kind of grown up and really kind of become something special.
Chicky Nugs. Jay is right? This is weird.
Yay! What was I right about?
I don't remember.
Lucky Bet.
About the guy in the book.
Ah! Lucky Bet. Was it as good as Scott Pilgrim? Well, Scott Pilgrim is not a comic book movie. It's like a... Or no, it is, isn't it? Because it's based on a comic book. Scott Pilgrim is the best comic book movie, then. But it almost doesn't count. It's kind of a different animal.
It's a tiger.
Scott Pilgrim's really goddamn good. That director, God, what's his name?
George.
Yes, no, it's not. All of his movies are amazing, and they all flop horribly in theaters. And then they get a big following online. Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright is the one who wrote that. And all of his movies are brilliant, and no one likes them, except for after the fact.
Interesting. Amanda Barth, hiya!
Hi! How's the Sisters of Battle coming along?
Oh yeah,
they're gonna get to be in a game pretty soon, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Crimson, Into the Spider-Verse is so good on so many different layers. You notice how Miles' animation grew smoother the more he learned how to be Spider-Man. Yeah! What, he went from like, I don't know, whatever the normal stop-motion rate is to proper 24 frames. So that he looked better. Oh yeah, that movie's brilliant. And everything about it is perfect. There's no problems. Michael Spitz. Oh, 4-trigger. Ha! Good luck with that. Go to an estate sale.
Yeah. Yeah, hope someone died.
Yeah.
Even that, I mean, the 4-trigger ones are expensive. Euphoniums are expensive just in general.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're giant feats of engineering. Chicken Nugs. It was about Spider-Verse. You're wrong about everything else. Except Scott Pilgrim movie. Oh yeah, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I bought my first set of paints.
Paints.
Brian Rotzog, V for Vendetta is the best comic book movie. V for Vendetta is a shockingly good movie. Holy moly ravioli. Also, it's set in 2020, or no, it's set in the future, but in its timeline, in 2020, there was a pandemic. That's and there's hilarious. Like a bunch of other weird like things, like a populist president came into power, and it's very weird. It's really weird how it kind of, it's a little bit like how the Simpsons guessed everything.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's a good movie. I've heard, I haven't read V for Vendetta, although I think I own it. I'm a bad Alan Moore fan, but I've heard it strays away from the comics a fair bit. Not as much as The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which is my other favorite Alan Moore movie, which apparently he despises because it is pretty trashy, but I really love it. Chicken Nugs, Lady Doc Ock has become my favorite Marvel villain. I'd let her step on me. Film of the Dude, Game Shop just revealed that the Orc Commandos will have one gas mask head option, as if I needed more reasons to get it. I think it has one gas mask option and like a scuba diving option.
Ooh, that's fun. I mean, I like that option.
Mm-hmm.
That's easily the coolest one.
From the Dude, Hellboy 2019 is a great comic adaptation. Definitely accurate. The movie is all right. Yeah, I like the old Hellboy movies. Although they're not perfect either, they're a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. One more than two.
Yeah, two just goes off the rails. Yeah. It gets weird.
Yeah, two is a little much.
Like, Hellboy gets stabbed with like a magical dagger, and then they just hop into an airplane and fly to Magic Land.
Yeah.
And a wizard reincarnates him, but it's like, hey, he's gonna cause the apocalypse, and everyone's like, all right, but not in this movie, right? And he's like, no, and they're like, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
But I like those Ron Perlman Hellboy movies. They're a lot of fun.
Iced Coffee Art, what camera do you use for streams?
Ooh, it is a Logitech Brio. It's a webcam.
Mm-hmm. And this video is sponsored by Logitech. It's not,
I wish.
It was, though.
I wish they could send us a couple more.
Yeah.
They didn't send us this one, but they should send us more.
Exactly. Good little cam.
And it's Mecca. I don't think I should spend any more money on Warhammer this month once I finish my Farsight. It is a shockingly good camera for this.
It is.
Like it's I mean, it's a webcam. It's 4 faces, but it's really, really good.
Yep, and bought on a whim.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, don't you think though that the iPhone was doing a better job?
Oh my God! Go watch those streams.
They're choppy garbage.
See if you believe that. Jeez
It
Louise.
physically streamed.
It did physically stream. Yeah, I would say the phone is not. It's not really possible on a phone to stream.
No.
I mean, unless you want it to look really bad.
Also, is this just a thing? Do all like phone chargers, like USB, whatever the hell chargers, do they all suck? I have like 4 cords and 3 of them have stopped working.
I think it depends on how rough you are with them.
I'd plug it in, fall asleep, wake up, unplug it.
Yep, super rough.
Okay, yeah, that's a power user right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even touch the cords. That's how I wear gloves when I touch the gloves.
I remember I used to work at a warehouse, and my manager, he really messed up his power port in the phone, and so he during his break he drove to Walmart and he bought a wireless charging port.
Hilarious. Yeah, I just bought new earbud headphones because right now the ones I'm listening to, only the left works.
A classic.
And the right cuts in and out. So I bought some cheap ones again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm also annoyed at Apple for the dongle situation. They barely work, and it's really annoying. Like, I have a brand new Apple one because my last Apple one broke, and it's not perfect. Like I've had a lot of iPhones and I've had a lot of different earbuds, and you plugged them in and they would work. But every now and then I plug in this new one, or every time I plug it in, I have to turn up the volume on the headphones, or else there's a clicking noise. And then it'll sometimes activate Siri randomly, and it'll sometimes pause my video randomly.
Interesting.
And I'm not using like $1 headphones. I'm using $10 headphones.
Exactly.
What company makes these? These are Samsung. That's a real brand.
Mm-hmm. It is a real brand.
They should work fine. Or, you know what? Just put a headphone jack in the phone like everyone wants.
Mm-hmm. The ghost of Steve Jobs would say, just get wireless earbuds, you fool.
I don't like wireless earbuds. If I would probably... If Samsung made a nice pair of wireless earphones, I'd probably get them. Because these are really...
Guaranteed they do.
They fit... Well, they do, but they... I don't think they make... They make a head... Like a set that goes around the neck, which is nice. But I had... I think 2 and I broke them both, so I don't deserve another one.
Mm-hmm.
Ominous Mecha, do you know the orcs with the triple-barrel drum-fed gun in the Kill Team box has a little Swiss Army knife with an orc skull logo on it hanging off his belt? Oh, that's what that was. Yeah. I thought it was an Allen key set. Which doesn't make any sense, but that's what I saw.
Lol, barbecue sauce. Samsung does make wireless earbuds, Galaxy Buds.
Ah.
I think Galaxy Buds is the thing you can get from a weed store.
Brita, stop buying Apple junk. Yeah. Iced Coffee Art. I know this game isn't usually what you talk about on here, but my friend is getting a bunch of metal Battletech models. What is the best way of prepping them? Holy cow. Metal models, probably you want to get a rattle can of metal primer or auto body primer, something nice and strong. Spray them with that, let them cure for a day, and then paint them, and you shouldn't have any problems.
And that's an EOB guarantee, unless it's all messed up and it's not your fault.
Hey, Barth, I hope Samsung and Apple are watching. Send us stuff. Send us lots of stuff. Whoa, 77. Headphone jacks are freaking huge, though. Yeah, but so is the phone. I mean, look, there's plenty of room. Here's my phone. And here's the size of a headphone jack. There's still plenty of room.
I would... Alright.
Make it a little bigger. Who cares?
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing is, what are we gonna do? Have it as thin as a piece of glass?
Yeah, then it's even easier to break. You want something with a little girth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a feeling it's just Apple doesn't make phones for you.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, 77. I'm telling you, space in a phone is at a premium. No, I know, but make them a little bigger. Mm-hmm. Like, the space is at a premium unless you just made it a little bigger. Mm-hmm. And what did I get for no headphone jack? It would, like, if the battery was awesome, I would have no complaints. But the battery sucks. Give me enough room to have the things I want.
Mm-hmm. Do other brands have headphone jacks still?
I don't know. They goddamn better.
I hope they don't, just for you.
I know. Hapakuma, I wish I could have gotten 2 box sets of the old Dark Eldar starter with a Venom and 3 jet bikes and Blackstone Fortress because I am loving my Amian Shadow Guide and Neyam looks awesome. I mean, you can often find old stuff on eBay and eBay or local stores. Sometimes online sellers will have extra stock of stuff no longer sold by Games Workshop.
very true.
Whoa, 77. I work with a bunch of former Motorola employees. Ooh, I want free Motorola stuff.
Yeah, I think you should upgrade to a flip phone.
I should.
Amazing. Amanda Barth, personally, I think we should go back to pigeons and smoke signals.
Exactly.
Yep. You know, that's when America was truly great.
Mm-hmm. Halo Destiny 117. I've had so many Apple phones and they all broke after a small fall. I decided to use Samsung and it feels like Nokia's little brother. Ah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've broken an iPhone too. I technically broke two, but it was the back glass on my old iPhone 4, so it didn't matter. Chicken Nugs, Jay, we need to push for innovation. We can't keep clinging to the past with a 3.5mm jack for outdated audio cables. We should embrace the new blue hold-up. I just saw Jane Solo use a wired headset. Never mind.
Exactly.
Brian Rotzog, your mom has a headphone jack.
Nice. How does it feel to God and God? That's probably one of the meanest comments we've had to the internet.
Rosenthrog, smaller screens, a little thicker for my wish list of modern phones. I'm okay with a big screen, but yeah, I want a little girth.
How thick should it be? Like half an inch?
Oh yeah, about a half inch. Battery lasts a month. Kyle Transu, there was a modular phone a few years ago, but no one bought it, so it failed. I remember that.
Yep, I remember that too.
Yeah, it's a neat idea, but I think they needed like everyone in the world to buy it.
Yeah.
And probably they only got a couple of hipsters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take the phone apart and then put it back together again every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy a new processor for my phone.
Law barbecue sauce. Can I plug my headphones into pigeons and smoke signals? I think you can. I think they still have the headphone jack.
Yeah. Well, actually, they have a dongle for that.
Mm-hmm.
The pigeons have a dongle built in. Brian Rotzog, headphones are for sissies.
Yeah. Aaron Ferguson, what Age of Sigmar factions would you play for both you and Nick? I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I think I would probably play the new Stormcast Eternals and maybe Seraphon one day.
Mm-hmm.
Just
yeah,
pull
and I don't know
randomly
why
out of a
I'm
hat.
saying this, but I think I'd probably play the Cruel Boys and the Gloomspite Kits. But who knows? Whoa, 77, you joke, but a centimeter thick battery would last you about a week, a couple of months, in mostly standby.
Yeah, put that in.
Put that in.
Put that in. Is the battery one of the most expensive parts?
I don't know.
I would guess it would be. I have the cheap iPhone, and so it's basically an iPhone 7. It's plastic, although it's very, very nice plastic.
High quality ABS.
Exactly.
That's an inside joke right there.
Mm-hmm. Michael Spitz, my Samsung Note 7 is getting kind of hot over here, and there's no way a new laptop battery is like $20. I feel like that's a good price for a laptop battery. Or is that too cheap?
I think $20 is too cheap.
Too cheap, yeah. You should probably... It'll blow up your laptop. I only want to watch. I'm trying to figure out a cool base for my Stormboys and Mega Knobs. Do you have any suggestions? Desert. Or ocean. Or forest.
What is everything else based as?
What? I was just about to reach for a paint. What did I want?
Orange.
Something to knock the flesh color down a little bit. Whoa, 77, I don't think you caught this earlier, but let me know if you need something printed. Ooh. Like 8.5 by 11 letter? Can you do cardstock?
Although, maybe I have a 3D printer.
Maybe you have many 3D printers.
Maybe I have many 3D printers. Whoa, 77, the battery isn't the most expensive part, but it's definitely one of the most design constraining.
That makes sense. NordVPN, what do you think of the new Kill Team set? Looks great. Looks super cool.
Yeah.
Ben Corey, A1 sized greeting cards. Don't call me Shirley. A company I know makes bulletproof phone batteries. They work with the military. Why would you need that?
I don't know. Maybe you always put your phone over your heart.
Maybe, but like surely the force of a bullet hitting a phone would still break it. It just wouldn't go through.
Maybe it's to protect you. Maybe that's the bullet. Because I mean, a bulletproof vest will break when it gets shot by a bullet, but it won't hurt you as much.
Yeah. So is the idea like if they hit the phone will protect the vest so that the vest can take that extra hit to protect you?
I hope so.
Brian Rotzog, because America, that's why. That's a good answer.
Yeah. I'm bulletproof.
George Rijardo, hey look, it's EonsOfBattle. I guess I better find my brushes. Brushes! Hapakuma, because a battery punctured by a bullet can explode. Yeah, but not dangerously, right?
I mean, I think if it catches on fire, that would not be good.
That'd not be good, but if you're getting shot at, I feel like a little pfft and then a little flame on your phone is not that big a deal.
I don't know. I feel like that could be a problem. I feel like you don't want, if you're getting shot at, you probably don't want another thing to deal with.
I suppose. It seems remarkably silly to me. It's to stop the rapid lithium fire. The phone isn't the grenade, Chicky Nugs.
Uh-huh. Whoa, Zen7, normal lithium batteries do very bad things when punctured very dangerously.
Interesting.
I know that there's been problems with, I don't remember what phone company had problems on planes.
Oh yeah.
Where things were catching on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like you don't want that.
Yeah, I mean, when you're on an airplane, there's very little. You don't have a lot of options. You can't just throw it out the window.
Yeah.
You're kind of trapped in the airplane with the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Law, BBQ sauce. Yeah, punctured lithium battery will burn another hole in you. That seems... I mean, I believe it'll hurt, but if you're wearing your soldier clothing, which is pretty tough, and then your battery catches on fire, I feel like you're not in much danger from it.
I bet you are.
Like, how dangerous are our phones?
Well, look at this. Woes97, think about it this way. Your laptop batteries have the same energy as a hand grenade. Your phone has maybe 1/3 of that, but that's still dangerous.
Wait, so we're all walking around with bombs?
I believe so.
But then how come people aren't just, are people
Because I think...
getting hurt all the time?
Because, I mean, they were on the planes.
They were on the
when
planes.
Things were happening, or... I know they say to not buy cheap vapes, because that can happen.
It's like, I know Conan... I saw a Conan thing where he stabbed a hole in an iPad with a drill.
A scientist.
And yeah, and it smoked. And it didn't look good. But, Habakuma, a phone on fire can ignite bullets or other combustibles. I don't believe that. Bullets are made of... bullets are pretty robust. A phone on fire can ignite bullets? Brian Rotzog. The grin Jake is when he says bombs is priceless. Kicked Bandit. Military clothing is not fireproof and is mostly made of polymer, which melts the skin. Wait, why is it made of polymer? There's fireproof, or I guess there's fire, resistant clothing that, we can buy at the Gap. Why is the military clothing not fireproof? That seems what you really should be working on. Brent George, I got the strangest image of a World War III scene where the soldiers are throwing laptops instead of grenades.
Oh, yeah.
Law, because a lithium battery fire can rapidly exceed 500 degrees Celsius. I know, I believe you. But I think it would be a shocking situation where your phone, the 500 degree burn in your phone, reaches your gun and sets off your bullets. Habakuma, just relaying what my cousin in the army had to say about why they have bulletproof batteries. Interesting. I wonder, is it bulletproof batteries or a bulletproof phone case?
Like a super OtterBox?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the military better have OtterBoxes. Law, BBQ sauce. The military clothing is made by the lowest possible bidder. We have $10 trillion airplanes, but the soldiers are just wearing whatever. They're wearing AliExpress uniforms. Any Crimson, I miss most of what's going on. Why are World War II soldiers chucking laptops at each other? Laptops, the world's most deadly weapon.
Oh, yeah. Lucky bet. Just frisbee that MacBook Air.
Yeah! I think that needs to be a scene in a movie now. Kind of like in Jaws, remember the scuba tank was in the shark's mouth and then they shot it and it explodes? What if, the laptop is stuck to the monster and then they shoot the laptop and the 5,000 degree fire kills it? Mm-hmm. That'd be pretty epic. The nerd finally wins. Brent, as the phone cases are made by the lowest possible bidder too. General Sherman 1, bulletproof vests are more similar to bullet-resistant vests. Well, I know they can stop a lot of types of bullets, but not all types of bullets, because there's some pretty ridiculous bullets. Well, 77. Our airplanes are also made by the lowest bidders, too. Those were the low bids. Don't come and show it. It's the batteries in the device. But if the phone case prevents the bullet from penetrating the battery, I guess I never really thought about it, because I always assumed that they had radios, because that's what Green Army men have. So do soldiers just call each other on the phone to, like, relay information? Like, do they have, like, Motorola G7s for calling their calling for reinforcements? I suppose that makes sense. Kino Kanonis. The U.S. is basically the orc army. I only want to watch it. Could you imagine catching a bullet in the butt cheek and then also exploding? I got shot in the butt with a paintball gun, and that sucked. It really
can
hurts.
sit down for days.
It was pretty funny. I was playing paintball with a bunch of really big guys, and we were all a little sore. And then there was a little girl's birthday party next to us who were playing paintball, and they took a break to have cake, and then they went back to paintball.
That's so funny. I'm sure they were better at it than you guys.
Oh, absolutely. They were tactical. They were doing reloads.
Mm-hmm.
Now, paintball is kind of like hockey. It's a very imprecise sport. The guns are huge and clunky and heavy. You're wearing a sweater in the summer because you don't want to get hit so hard.
Mm-hmm.
You're wearing a mask you can barely see out of.
Do you have ass armor?
No.
You're wearing do you wear a cup?
That's probably not a bad idea, but that wouldn't be fun at all.
Nope.
It's like getting hit with a marble going 300 feet per second. Like, it doesn't matter that it's made of water when it's going that fast. Halo Destiny 117. Indoor paintball sucks. Outdoor is awesome. I think what would be the most fun is, well, Nerf's the most fun, obviously. But I think airsoft would be superior to paintball if the guns were limited somehow. Because airsoft guns can be just BB hoses, which is also kind of ruins the fun. I think everybody should have the same airsoft gun, and they only hold like a very limited amount of BBs. Like, maybe they only hold the amount of BBs the real weapon could hold, so that everybody has to really be careful. Because, when a bag of, 60,000 BBs costs $10, you just never stop shooting, ever. Michael Spitz. I played paintball with my dad once and had to go to the hospital because he broke his arm trying to jump over a brick wall. The best part was my friend got it on video.
That's awesome.
Daniel Bear, did everyone enjoy the videos of YouTubers bitching about the new orcs? I did. Holy cow, I was surprised at how much they were able to find offensive in the new releases.
I'm offended.
I mean, you know what?
Good they are.
Yeah, you know why those videos exist, though. It's because they get some clicks. Because, like, really, if the people hated Games Workshop that much, they would make videos about other games that they find more fun. But they know that those videos don't do well. George
So
Brent.
when is our video coming out? We're going to talk about the new orcs and say how shitty they are.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Good. news to me, because, uh-oh.
Brent George, point blank, paintball nutshot, fatality.
Yeah.
Andy Crimson, I did a LARP where the primary method of combat was Nerf guns. Yeah, see, Nerf is the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
Lazy Bum, doesn't airsoft require the person hit to admit they got hit? Yeah, that's a little bummer. Although, really, in paintball, I mean, after one session of play, you're covered in paint, so you could also lie, too.
Always lie. Always lie. Andy Crimson, what do they find offensive in the new orc stuff?
Just that it's limited edition. A little, like it's a limited edition for a little while before they release it all separately. Mm-hmm. Some people don't like the look of the new orcs. Yeah, some people don't like the look of the new orc stuff.
It looks pretty much the same.
It doesn't, according to some YouTubers.
They're painted more cartoony than normal.
Yeah.
But I feel like, someone can do a really good job with them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like their paint jobs have gotten a lot worse. I mean, they're obviously perfect.
Yeah.
They show off the models perfectly.
I think they're trying to get to a place where their paint jobs are very good and somewhat recreatable.
Yeah.
Because in the past, like if you look through the Games Workshop web store as much as I do, you'll see like some paint jobs that are really bad and some paint jobs that are like award winning.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think they finally sort of nailed it down.
Brent George, I'm just pissed that I have to rebase my 100 boys to 32mm bases. I refuse.
Well, technically you don't have to. I think at like tournaments and stuff, they say that if you use what it came with, you're fine. I know there's some 3D prints out there where you can get like crescent shapes that you glue around a 28mm base to get it to 32, and then you just put a little bit more sand on the edge. Or you could go to Cobalt Keep and buy super high quality 32mm bases that are magnet ready.
That's
true.
True.
Want to take your transportation game to the next level.
If only we had an offer code.
Mm-hmm. Brent George. Okay, who else besides me is going to try to get the pre-order of the Orc box on Saturday and get pissed when it sells out in 5 minutes?
I wonder if it will.
I don't know. We'll see.
It might.
Dominion, they apparently made plenty of Dominion, and a lot of people have made videos talking about how it shows how bad Age of Sigmar is, that they can't sell all these boxes, and so there's no winning. There's absolutely no winning.
No.
If they don't sell out, then their game sucks. But if they do sell out, then they're evil.
Mm-hmm.
Lazy Bum. Certain people think like Creed because they think that they're Germanic, but really they're amalgamations of World War I, including a lot of French influence. Yeah. Speaking of clean, any Malifaux painting sessions in the future? Definitely. I don't know in the near future, but definitely I'm going to paint a bunch more Malifaux.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 77. You mean people hate the Beast Snagas? Why? I don't understand hating Beast Snagas now, but when they came out, I think some people thought that this was the new orcs.
Mm-hmm.
Which I kind of get that because they did not look like the current orcs. But it turns out that they're just going to be an alternate version of the orcs.
Like the Cruel Boys.
Andy Crimson, about the only thing I had an issue with was the absurdly bright white armor of the Kill hunting rig. Yeah, the white was pretty clean.
Yep, I could see that. I can agree with that.
Throw some weathering pigments on there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I could almost see it. Maybe change the white to metal, and then really rustify it, and I think it would look a lot more like regular orc stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, I think once it all gets out into the wild, some insane stuff is gonna happen. And speaking of insane stuff happening, it's the end of the stream. We had a video out on Monday. We have another video out tomorrow at 5 a.m. Central Time. So make sure you watch that video. And we'll be back with another live stream at 9 p.m. Central tomorrow.
Yeah.
And a Patreon stream on Friday.
Neat.
That one.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.